Hello, Bible Talk family. Today I have with me two queens known for one action that made a difference. I am super excited for our guests, Queen Esther and Queen Vashti. You are both welcome. Before we get into the questions that people really want to know, that I also want to know, please kindly give us an insight of how it was being a queen to a king who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia.
Being a queen of that magnitude was indeed great. My husband was a generous man, and he treated me very well. I enjoyed luxury and was giving the finer things in life. I had servants, guards, wealth beyond the ordinary man's imagination. I wore expensive jewelries, perfumes, fabrics. I got to host royal banquets for noble women. The list goes on and on. In a nutshell, I really had it all.
Hello, Florence. Thank you so much for having me here on the Bible Talk podcast. I am grateful.
Being married to King Ahasuerus was great. It took some time getting used to some of the royal traditions, but he is a good man, very loving and caring. Also very generous, too.
Wow, that's amazing. Y2K and Gen Z men, take note. Let's start with Queen Vashti, whom was married to King Ahasuerus first.
Why did you refuse your husband, the king's command to bring you before him, wearing your royal crown in order for him to show off your beauty to the officials and the people? Beauty, which of course he admired, valued, and was very proud of.
That is a very good question. I really don't know what got over me. A moment of weakness and pride, I guess. I let everything got into my head too much. Being around friends and other women, I got carried away and wanted to show off, I guess. That wasn't a smart move.
Well, the Bible does say in Proverbs 16 verse 18 that pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. That decision you made changed history. The king sent out a new decree because of what you did. Did you think that your action was going to make such an impact?
No, I didn't. Not in that magnitude anyways.
Memucan was the one that suggested to the king to send out the decree to give your position as queen to another woman whom is better than you, because he thought if nothing was done, your action would cause other women to disrespect their husband. Do you blame Memucan for this?
No, I don't blame Memucan. I mean, my action was disrespectful. In life, there are consequences for every action and every decision we make. This is why we should make better decisions. It is also important for one to take accountability and responsibility for every wrongdoing. So I only have myself to blame.
Do you regret your action at all?
I do regret it. One action, one decision made me lose everything.
Your story is one to learn from. What advice would you like to give to women and young girls?
To all the women and young girls out there, think before you act. Respect is very important in any relationship. Remember, there are consequences for every action. Be careful what you do or say.
Thank you so much for joining us at the studio talking about a very important point of your life. It's been great having you. Thank you also for the advice.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you also.
Okay, we are going to speak to another queen whom also made a decision that brought about a different kind of change and outcome. One we can definitely learn from. Your story in the Bible is one of my favorite, not just because my middle name is Esther.
Oh, your name is also Esther. Nice to meet you, namesake.
Nice to meet you too, Queen Esther. I love your story because it's full of hope, faith, mentorship, guidance, sacrifice, and love. Let's take it back to pre-queen. Before you became Queen Esther and had a whole book with 10 chapters to your name, how was life for you?
Well, first of all, my other name is Hadassah. I'm a Jew. I lived with my uncle Mordecai, whom raised me, as I neither had mother or father. He took me and cared for me as his own daughter when my parents died. I tried to walk in obedience and under my uncle's guidance.
That is very nice of your uncle. How was the whole process of becoming a queen was for you? Let's start with going to the king's palace under Haggai's care.
Well, being in there, each woman had beauty treatment for 12 months before being taken to see the king. 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with perfumes and cosmetics. Anything each woman wanted after the treatment was given to her from the harem to the king's palace. In the evening she would go there, and in the morning return to another part of the harem to the care of Shashhaz, the king's eunuch who was in charge of the concubines. She would not return to the king unless he was pleased with her and summoned her by name.
Wow, a whole year off beautifying. That was the real glow up. How did you feel during this experience?
I felt grateful and blessed to be part of such a great experience. It was really amazing and a little scary at the same time, especially going to face the king, not knowing if he would like you or not.
Well, according to the Bible, you had nothing to worry about because you found favor with everyone. You had the grace of God with you.
Thank you.
You ended being the king's favorite. He chose you over all the other women. Again, you found favor in his sight. The king made you queen instead of Vashti. How did that make you feel?
I was shocked, nervous, and excited at the same time, as this was a big change for me.
So Haman manipulated the king to create a decree against your people to destroy them. And as a queen, by the guidance of your uncle, you made a decision that changed history and turned things around. How were you feeling when you got the message about Haman's evil plan?
Oh my, I was devastated. I felt helpless and confused. I just didn't understand what was happening.
You were brave and you fasted for 3 days, which is nowadays referred to as the Esther fast. What gave you that idea?
Being in a helpless situation, I knew God was the only one that was going to help me. I knew I could take my burdens and supplications to Him. I fasted and prayed, and also got my uncle and my people to do the same for 3 days, no food or drinks, in faith.
Well, that one decision did make a difference. God answered your prayers and you were able to save your people and inspire us all. What did that experience taught you?
Well, I learned to be humble, and also I learned the importance of prayer. Prayer changes difficult situations. I also realized the importance of having guidance and the right mentors, both physical and spiritual. And last but not least, the favor of God makes the difference.
What advice would you like to give to women in this generation?
Be humble, walk closely with God. Be obedient, follow guidance, rules, and regulations, and keep yourself holy. At the right time, God will work it all out for you. As women, let's be careful how we carry and portray ourselves, 'cause you never know when an opportunity will come to elevate you, and your characters and behavior matters.
Thank you for that. When your uncle told you about Haman's plan, you could have just ignored. After all, you were the queen. Why did you care?
Because one must not forget where they come from. Yes, I was the queen, but I came from somewhere. I also believe God put me in that position for my people. When God blesses us and elevates us, it's not really for us, but really about other people.
I totally agree with that. Thank you, Queen Esther, for joining us.
You're most welcome. God bless you.
There is more to unfold in the Book of Esther, but that will be all for today. See, have briefly had the opportunity to sit with 2 women that made one decision that changed history. Hope you learned something. Till next time, read the Book of Esther and take some notes. Don't forget to share.